Hey everyone, today I am coming to you today to talk about week 5 of boot camp. This light is like crazy bright and my forehead looks shiny. But anyway, I'm gonna give you a tidbit of what I can remember from week 5. Okay, so during this week, we practiced for Marlin Spike. And Marlin Spike is a team building exercise. It also gives you practice for what is going to be like on a ship. So with Marlin Spike, you dock a ship is when you. I've never docked a ship personally because I haven't been on a ship, but because I'm reserved. Okay, so what you do is like you take the rope and you make it in an 8 formation or like a figure 8 formation, and you have to heave and pull. But that's pretty much what Marlin Spike is. The team building part of the exercise is when you have to do it at within a certain amount of time. They do give you a little bit of practice beforehand, and if you don't do it fast enough, they make you do it again. I don't know if that was just a circumstance for our division because we didn't do it fast enough. They said we didn't come together as a division yet. By week 5, we still hadn't come together by a division yet. As a division yet. So we had to redo it because we didn't do it fast enough. And I can't remember what our time was, but I can tell you that it wasn't too bad, but it was bad in his opinion, or whoever was running it. And we did it again, and we did it faster. So you have to just dock a ship and undock a ship, and they take volunteers for who wants to be in charge. So RPOC isn't always in charge, and the AROC and the yeoman, they don't always have to be a part of, or they don't have to be a part of the leadership at that point. So anyone can volunteer to be a part of the leadership for the Marlin Spike evolution or exercise. So yeah, we did Marlin Spike. It's a really nice simulator because it looks like you're really on a ship. Oh, well, it has a it looks like, I think it was made by the Disney World or something like that. But yeah, it practically looks like a ship from what I understand a ship to be. And during this time, I can't remember if I told you that we got our IDs in week 4 or week 5, but one of these weeks, week 4 or 5, I'm pretty sure it was week 5. I think it was week 5. We got our military IDs. We took our pictures. I'm really not sure about that, so don't quote me on that, but we got our military IDs. And then, after we got our military IDs, is when we started going to the computer lab and doing stuff on the computer, like actually using our CACs. Some people call it a CAC card, but it's called a CAC. You put it in your computer, and it reads that little chip that it has in there, and you start doing NKO courses, Navy knowledge online, and they give you certificates, and you will be using NKO for the rest of your Navy time, or the rest of your time in the Navy, because that's where you get sexual assault training, information, all your training, like, I forgot what it's called, but I literally just did it today. Some training on the proper ways to use a computer and security for a computer. So you're going to get all your little certificates like that from NKO, and you can access that stuff from an unclassified computer. So, yeah. Marlin Spike, military. Okay. Yeah, so like I said before, you're just going to have like a lot of classes. You're still having classes here. Financial classes, classes on, what is it called? Classes on, oh, first aid, and little classes like that. So, during your during your 5th week, you're still going to be doing those classes because you do have more tests to do. And those classes aren't hard. Sometimes I skipped out on them by going to the bathroom and taking a nap. And some people would be in the bathroom and you guys would talk, but it couldn't be too many of you guys missing, because then the instructors would notice. If your petty officers and your chief would notice that too many people were in the bathroom, and sometimes people would get in trouble. Or usually the petty officers and the chiefs don't walk through the bathrooms or through the heads, but you're probably, if you're in a female and male division, whoever, your petty officer would probably walk through the head if she or he noticed that too many people were missing from the exercise. So during this time, I usually took a nap and came back out to see if they were done or not, and to check to see how much more time they had until we did our next activity. Sometimes we did exercises. Sometimes we did these little classes. It's in the compartment, so you don't have to leave. Sometimes we did these classes for like the whole afternoon. So you'd just be sitting there, your butt would hurt. Personally, my feet hurt because I don't know, the boots just made my heels hurt when I put it on the floor and I was like sitting down. So your butt would hurt, your feet would hurt, and yeah, you find a new appreciation for chairs. Yeah, so I used to always, I missed chairs while I was in boot camp. So, pistols. Okay, so pistols are one of the most exciting parts of boot camp, and during this time, you learn how to shoot a pistol with a simulator, and then you go shoot a real pistol. And you also learn how to shoot a shotgun, and you just shoot from the hip with the simulator and with the real weapon. So I thought the simulator was a bit heavier than the actual pistol. So during the pistol, learning how to use the pistol, when you go to the simulator, it's going to just be a bunch of booths, and it's going to be an instructor in like every booth, and it's going to be 2 people, well, 2 recruits in each booth, and they're going to be showing you how to shoot it precisely from different feet, like different ranges, and it will show you an accuracy on the computer. So you won't really be shooting, but you'll be shooting with lasers. So that, and then I believe it was the next day, we went in and we started to shoot real guns, and that was pretty simple for me. So there are 3 types. Okay, I think there are 2 types. There's marksman and there's a sharpshooter. With marksman, you get just the ribbon, and a sharpshooter, which is more precise than marksman, you have to put a little S on your ribbon. So you have to put You have to buy that, and you have to buy the ribbon, and you have to buy a 2-ribbon rack because you automatically get a ribbon just for joining the military. It's something defense ribbon, so you automatically get 1 ribbon, and you have to work for your pistol ribbon or your ribbon. And if you don't do well, or if you don't shoot precisely enough, then you don't get a ribbon, but you get the, I don't know, the satisfaction of shooting a weapon. So you do that, and there are a bunch of rules, or not like a lot, but just safety protocols, and you have to be very careful about how you handle the weapon, because if you break blue, which is like 2 walls that you're in between, and if your weapon goes too much to this side or too much to this side, it's called breaking blue, and the people that are there with you are authorized to shoot you if, I didn't know how else to say it, shoot you if you put anybody else's life in danger. So if you break blue, you might get shot. Probably not, but you might get shot. And you probably will get held back in training for breaking blue. So yeah. Okay, so you shoot 2 magazines. There isn't much that I can say on pistols, but if you guys want a separate video or more in-depth video on pistols, let me know, because this video is getting really long. The 4th week is pretty chill, but the last thing that I want to speak on is about ship staff. Ship staff, I don't know if you guys would have already done ship staff choosing, but your RDCs choose who they want to be the ship's staff. So those are selected individuals that the RDC thinks would represent their division in the best light. So they will choose some people to be ship staff, and what ship staff does is, instead of doing watch in your compartment, you do watch for the whole building. And I believe the time for ship staff doing watch for the whole building is shorter. But you also get to do the officer, or I don't know if it's the officer of the deck, but no, you don't get to do the officer of the deck. Scratch that. You get to stand in the front of the actual building where recruits are not allowed to walk through the doors, and you get to salute whoever comes through the doors and give them permission. And yeah, so that's basically what ship staff is. So you do watch, and you give people permission to walk through the doors. So I think if you're ship staff, then you don't have to do watch in your compartment. So that's a definite plus for doing ship staff. And I think ship staff, they do it either once every 2 days or once every 3 days. But it's better than doing watch in your compartment, because that sucks. I know a girl that went to sleep during her watch, and by the time she woke up, watch was over. And since she was rover, the person that was her assistant just had to stand at the door for the whole night while the other person slept. So it was very unfair, but it happens. Okay, so the last thing that I am going to say is that, I know I said this was the last thing, but it is a pretty chill it's a pretty chill 5th week. So your RDCs would have stopped yelling at you. Well, not stopped yelling at you, but the yelling would have died down, and you'd be treated more like adults and less like children. So that's always a plus. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the 5th week of boot camp. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions about reservist, I can probably answer just a little bit since I've been a reservist for like 3 months now. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I know this video was long, and I know I said it would be in a short. I'd do the video really quickly, but I've been in school, and school takes my top priority or whatever. So, yeah. Bye.